Welcome back to Get Real America. Honor and a pleasure to have Savannah attorney, retired attorney Bubba Haupt with us this morning, and he has just come out with a book called Mob Island. And Bubba, congratulations on this, and I hope it's going to be an international bestseller. But you also, we just had the anniversary of the Kennedy assassination, of the president's assassination, and
Oh,
you have
yes.
some information on that as well, do you not?
Yes. It's coming out now. Recently, I think the Washington Post and I think the Wall Street Journal has been doing a couple of articles that confirm what I said in my book, what I knew in my book. They're confirming these things. There was a second shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I met that shooter. His name was Roselli, John Roselli, and Santos Traficano was also involved. They were the mob leaders in Louisiana, New Orleans, and Miami. Roselli, well, let's put it this way. Oswald was nothing but a patsy.
Yeah.
He was hired by the CIA. There was a connection between President Kennedy and Sam Giancana. They were friends, and they gave messages back and forth through a woman named Ruth Ellinger. I met her. I met Roselli. I was nothing about the assassination other than I was present when I went to New Orleans. For the Fifth Circuit. Georgia was in the Fifth Circuit, and that was the appeals court. And, I went there on Lou's case. Had dinner with him and Roselli, met Santos later on that evening. When the liquor flowed a little bit, they would say too much.
Mm-hmm.
I gave my information eventually. After the death of Roselli, it was ignored. But Roselli was assassinated himself not too long afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
He was found in a barrel floating in the Miami Bay. But anyway, Jack Ruby, I was familiar with Ruby. Ruby was a close friend of a lot of people in power. He was an informant with the FBI eventually. They were going to do away with Ruby, but Ruby to live he shot Oswald. Mm-hmm. Which everybody saw that on television.
Yep.
In my book, I named those names that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. All of this was down in Savannah playing golf.
Yeah. And they were going after Kennedy because of the Bay of Pigs failure, because they wanted those casinos back in Cuba. Because we abandoned those guys.
They made $1 million a day, lost $1 million.
Yeah.
Yes. Kennedy was not in favor of assassinating people, according to him, mm-hmm. but he approved the plan. Cuban exiles forming an army, and once they took the beach, if they plant the Cuba flag, that he had an aircraft carrier and 2 battleships waiting to come ashore, support the Bay of Pigs invasion. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the new soldiers were the sons of mafia in Chicago and New York and Florida, Miami. Mm-hmm. And they were trained at Homestead, Florida, and it was funded by the Teamsters. When they did go ashore, they planted the flag and started cheering and radioed to the aircraft carrier. Kennedy had changed his mind because Bobby Kennedy said he couldn't do it. A lot of the dead people that were killed were the sons of or soldiers of the mafia up north. Mm-hmm. Kennedy, both of them, could not live as far as the mafia is concerned. Mm-hmm. And that's why he was assassinated. Yeah. It wasn't assassinated because of anything other than the Bay of Pigs. And the CIA
So Jim
That's
Garrison was really
detailed in
onto
the book
something when he
too.
was at the DA in New Orleans at the time that started stirring the pot again.
That's correct.
And Bubba, as we wrap this up, and I thank you, very, very generous with your time, and I thank you for this. Well, Bubba, thanks for your time. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for this book, and I hope you get Mr. Washington out of jail. And I thank you for the ones that you have gotten out of jail. This is a fascinating read. It's certainly a great Christmas for a little stocking stuffer for Christmas. That's for sure.
Okay, Bill. I appreciate you too,
Yes,
and
sir.
good luck. I understand you're doing quite well.
We are, and all we need is money, Bubba. So if you know anybody, if you know people who know people, let us know. See if they can send some dough our way.
Sure will.
Thank you, God.
And Merry Christmas now.
You too. God bless.
Okay.
We'll be back in touch.
Bless you.
Thanks, Bubba.
Okay.
Hey, we'll be right
Thank
back.
you.